Hello there. We've got a emote-filled game here on SoPo. Started by PokerFlop Dylan, who announced in Discord there's a $200 bounty for anyone that stacks him. So immediately we take position on him. I don't know why anyone else would choose another seat, but we're going to give this a go. Maybe we can stack Dylan, win a couple extra dollars. Certainly going to want to be seeing more flops here against Mr. Dylan. Probably better to be isolating here. What we flop middle pair. We call one bet here on the floor. And planning on reloading. Turns a 9. Certainly not going to want to give up on this hand quite yet. And I suppose on the river, when he jams, we just call because we're getting extra pot odds, right? And we find it. We find it. An extra $200. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're off to a good start here on SoPo. Crying emoji seems appropriate. All right. Feeling pretty good about that. That'll make for an excellent short. Dylan in the hand again. Obviously splashing around, making his intentions felt. Tails doesn't understand sizing, and Sparky doesn't understand poker as he opens to 4 and folds once two people cold call. And we'll see if Tails can continue here. I know that he only knows one size betting, and that's... Oh, he comes with the 1/4. We're going to find a raise here. Is Tails really good enough? He clicks it back and we're done. Nice hand, Tails. Nice hand. We're still up $156 plus the $200 bounty. 9-10 suited. Couldn't find a prettier hand to play in poker. We start with a raise. Gonna light a cigar here. Chilly day in Burdett, New York. Sparty, who found a $4 open and then a fold to a 3-bet to 12. Going to start with another flop and turn check here. We'll be calling almost any size on this river. And now we've got to feel like our hand is good, so we'll just put in an overbet, make it look bluffy. He insta-folds, and we move on to the next hand. Big blind here. 3 deuce off. I think some might call this the dirty diaper. We're going to call it 3 deuce off. Dylan gets in. We'll certainly be splashing into this pot, hoping to flop something like 3-3-3, 2-2-2, 2-3-3, 3-2-2. Dylan looks like he's going to fold, and we'll be out as well. Letting the big boys, SMD and Sparty, go at it, where we would have flopped nothing. One has to wonder about SMD's emotional and psychological state at this point. Never betting the flush draw seems like a certainly viable option there when it's of the nut flush variety. See what Dylan's up to. Obviously, we're going to be raising here against tails, as we don't have a lot of respect for his game. We do flop nothing. We will continue bet with small sizing. Tails with every tell in the poker book. Now we're going to check as we turn some showdown value. No real need in bloating the pot. We will be calling. In the river. And he does flop top there on the flop and is able to call a flop bet and bet the turn. Seems like a fair fight to me. 9-8 offsuit. Book says to fold here, but we'll be folding to a 3-bet of Dylan here. And SMD finds the fold as well. Show the cards, Dylan. King 6 off. Book would say to fold. We roll. And we will be folding. You know what? I said we're going to fold, but we're actually going to raise. We have position on Dylan. We're going to use that position. Crispy with the cold 4 out of the big blind. Takes it down. Nice answer. Dylan again thinking about his pre-flop sizing here. Looks like he'll find a fold in this one. We'll be opening 7-3. I mean, if we're 3-betting King 6, we're opening 7-3 suited, right? Feel like there's a hard side of the table and then a not so hard side of the table. SMD just getting a little too aggressive for my liking there. The 6X just not going to happen here. Nice answer. Queen Jack, this is good for a 3-bet if Dylan opens. So far we're managing to keep our VPIP under 60, which seems good. Seems winning in a 7-handed game. Party finds the call when we flop. Second pair, no spade. Standard 1/4 size C-bet. And we take it down. 3-10. Good fold, SMD. I don't know. It's almost like you can see my cards. 7-5 offsuit under the gun, not going to be playable. Let's see what these boys are going to do. Blind versus blind. Dylan starts with a call. A lot of red on that flop. 4-10. Yeah. Tough to continue. Do 7 off. Dylan throws in the 3-bet. We're going to go ahead and fold. Do 7 off would have been a defend against SMD. I think the term here is horny. Looks like SMD's fully aroused. And I believe if Dylan catches any piece of that flop, he's probably in there. I certainly wouldn't have been with my 2-7. Facing a 4-bet from severe mental disorder. On to the next hand, 8-10 offsuit. See if we can see a cheap flop. Tails probably doesn't have a lot of bets here. Probably check and fold in this hand. fives, hands like that. Can't beat King Jack. Seems like a value bet, oversized value bet there. Queen Jack suited. Good for 100 big blinds. You stick it in and just see what happens. Sparty with the sizable open. We're going to twilight this to $18. Taking both initiative and position. We flop the toppest of pairs. Where Sparty finds a lead. Oh, and the King 4 just went ahead and led. Interesting. Very interesting. Well played. And we reload. Not deep enough to really do anything here. If we had the full 200, certainly would have 3-bet that pre-flop. Would have flopped the gut shot. Sparty finds the 3-outer and fades the 13-outer on the river. Yeah, nice hand, sir. I guess given the $200 bounty, we're still up a little bit in this session. Still 7-handed. 1:42 Eastern time. Beautiful Wednesday afternoon. About 12 minutes into the stream. Thanks for stopping by. I say stream, but the video, I haven't streamed yet. Keep saying I might do it tonight. Nobody watches my videos, so I'm not really held accountable. Doing a little video work here as I play. Looks like SMD takes one down. We have the queen and the 5 offsuit. No need to get involved here with Dylan out of the hand. Crispy complaining that his blind was viciously taken. Never fun to have your blind viciously taken. 7-8 off. Seems like a raise under the gun. I think most books would say this is certainly an open 7-handed. SMD again with just a sizable 3-bet. We're going to go ahead and see a flop here. Looking to flop a pair or a draw. We flop neither. We will be done with this hand. I think he flops an ace here a fair amount of the time. We don't river anything, so we're just going to give up. Probably weak. Definitely passive. Yeah, nice hand. Doesn't show a bluff, so we know he probably has a stronger hand there. Queen 3 offsuit. Captain Cam, having a day, taking his time. Not going to get involved with this hand right here. We do see Dylan come in with a 4-bet. And Sparty should have 0 folds here, because Sparty doesn't fold pre-flop. Will Dylan be getting stacked here? All signs are Dylan gives up. He's not trying to give it away. Oh, wow. Sorry for the slight hiccup there. Still working out the kinks. Setup. Gonna be folding this. Gonna want to see what happens here. Yeah. Tens. Sticks it in and says, hey, if you can beat me, beat me. You're not gonna see a flop with Jack 8 this week. We do pick up pocket aces. And we do know that Sparty does not fold pre-flop. So he starts with a call. Assume we're going to get let into here at some frequency with some shitty hand like any pair or any draw. So we're just going to stick it in here and see what the guys have to say. Yeah. Man, oh, I'm sorry, Sparty. You don't have a very good hand. Oh, King 10. Yeah, let's quit. YOLO, he says. And we're turned dead. And that does not feel good. I guess we're turned to a chop. Top up. Sparty is back with the bang. Yes, sir. Nice hand, Sparts. Let's started on a very promising session. We're now down $100 with a $200 bonus. Publishing quite a bit today. Looks like I put out 4, 5 videos and one of them has 3 views. Gotta tell you, that feels pretty good. We do joke, but we have 20 videos now, 11 subscribers, 269 views. Thank you to all 269 views, plus the 11 subscribers I have. 10-3 offsuit. What's this chat saying? Yeah, this is real money, SMD. Believe it or not. Just refreshed and looks like I've got, yeah, an extra view. Wow, feels good. Wasn't paying attention to the table. Definitely want to raise this hand. Everyone's going to get involved. Dylan, make it a family pot. Family-ish. We flop the flusher draw. Happy birthday, says Dylan. Seems unlikely that I'll win this hand uncontested, so calling seems like the best option. Kind of seeing what happens behind us. Sparty gets in there. Let's see what Dylan's up to now. Do think if he bets, we just stick this in here and we pray to the Lord that he folds, or if not, he giveth us a flush. Gonna go ahead and top up here. Yeah, and we're in really bad shape here. Oh, wow. And we lose again. Turn gutter. Could have raised the flop and we wouldn't be in this spot. On to the next hand. Tough call by Sparty there on the turn. Murdering the stream. He says, for real, I'm making all of my hands. Thank you, Sparty. Nobody at the table had any idea that you were making hands until you let us know. Thank you so much. Sparty from Minnesota. Maybe Sparty's from North Dakota. Maybe he's like Fargo. Talks like a Canadian. This is his year, Captain Cam. I like to hear it. '52nd birthday. Just kidding, he's 19. I mean, what are we to believe here? I believe I'm 26. If that helps. If anyone's asking. Oh, we have a playable hand here on the button. VPIP remains solid around 46. Dylan really tightening up here with 45. And we're three ways here with top pair. Backdoor draws available. Start with a half pot. Multi-way. Seems appropriate. This doesn't feel good in any way, but we're not folding top pair quite yet. We do turn a gut shot straight draw. We do see Cam is on the more passive side. Still don't think we can fold quite yet. 5-6s might give up on this river. Now we're going to be reloading because he's probably just going to be all in. Look at this timing tell. And we're going to check. Probably lose to a worse 8, maybe ace 8, king 8. Oh, and we win. We find the win and we fist pump. Yes. One for the good guys. Top up rejected. Thank you. Oh, we're down 425. But only 225 if you include that wonderful bonus given out here. We don't flop anything. This is an XXY flop. We're going to continue bet, and we'll take it down. We're happy to do so. Sparty somehow has an $800 stack. We're going to cold 4 this. Smaller sizing. Sparty has to get involved because he can't help himself. Let's see if Dylan just sticks it in. Shoves it down my throat. Says, you know what? Sparty, your hand's not very good. He does. We love it, Dylan. Oh, Sparty, come on. You got plenty of chips. Only for you. Is this embarrassing? Jack deuce versus 8s. Wow. Heart. Jack. Not sure what I was getting involved with the cold 4. Dylan with a nice double up. Going to be hard to stack Dylan now as he has the second highest stack at the table. Only for the bounty. Yes. However, if you could see the cards flipped over, certainly Jack deuce would not be a call. However, if you put a range in there and you get the extra $200, I mean, plus my dead cold 4 bet. Bounty math. We're 9-handed to this flop, where I don't flop anything. Do you love the 3 and the 4 bet, Dylan? I suspected you might. Bounty math goes crazy. I like the wonky numbers. Any 2 cards work. We're just going to be done with this hand because Tails doesn't bet unless Tails has it. Nice hand, Tails. Here we get an actual playable hand. It's like a work of art. Crispy. Thank you. True poker. We're going to size this up. We've got 2 callers who've opened and called. $46. How's that? $46 seems like I'll get 1 caller. Did we size? We got the biggest stations on the site to fold. We don't want to pick up too many folds here. This is sad. But we do take down 9 big blinds without any contest. Too expensive, he says. Tails was running the numbers. That's why it took him so long. He's like, 39 I can call. 40s breaking even. That's Nash equilibrium. 41's a fold. I probably got too greedy. I didn't realize Tails understood numbers like that. This is an interesting limp here by Crispy. I suspect there'll be some back raising going on, and his limping range will be pretty strong here, actually. We need more emotes, says SMD. Yes, we do. Small size blocking on the turn. I'm guessing Crispy has a hand like pocket 5s, something along those lines. We'll see if Dylan finds the full 2x on the river. 2.4x. Yes, King 8. Well done, Dylan. Crispy. Just getting out of there. Well done. Can't believe we're already 30 minutes into this video. Seems like we're having some fun. Suggestions for emotes. Should have some premium emotes. That'd be kind of cool. Or a tournament where you win an emote. That would be really cool. You were like the only person to get it. I think that'd be awesome. Two pairs. And four. The 10-5 offsuit here. Starting makes open to 10. Seems reasonable. Maybe I'm not giving this player pool enough credit. Maybe there's some metagame underlying here that I'm not understanding as well as I think I'm understanding. We find ourselves down $223 with our bounty. Thanks to Dylan. Would like to see his stack decrease so that the bounty once again can be claimed. Captain Cam, all in. What do you find a fold here? He just folds when he doesn't have it, and oh, what a fold. Pocket fours. It's like, you know what? I don't think my fours are good here, and he gives it up. Without looking, who do we think's VPIP is higher, Dylan or myself? 47. 51. Dylan has now taken over the VPIP. Crispy seems to have a very good feel for, this stuff right here. It's well done. That's probably like ace 10, and rightfully so. Would love if they had some type of rabbit hunting on this site. Maybe in the future. Do like the software. Waste of a premium. Yeah, I don't think Crisp was as premium as you thought. Jack 9 off under the gun. Certainly a premium. Drawing premium. Yeah, exactly. We get 3-bet. We certainly will be giving this a call. Where we flop. 3 of a kind. And we check back. Do you think this will be a tough one to take away from Dylan? Although we turn some gut shot outs. We do river what is considered the best hand. Okay, you win. Oh, he flopped quads. You win? Yeah, you win, Dylan. Nice hand. Oh, okay. Yep. Oops. Stream killer, yeah. Ouch. Yeah, the stream is not having the best time. Queen 10. Normally you'd size up here, but like I said, tails is just too passive, so we can just size down. Also, Dylan's not going to have any folds here. We check and we call. We check, and I believe we'll be all in here if he decides he wants to jam. Do we check to induce? Let's give him a little leeway to... Yeah, he beats us into the pot. With the ace jack, well done. Beats us into the pot. Pop up tail. Am I out of chips? No, we have chips. How much am I going to lose? I'm down $735. How much worse can he get? Dylan has actually like owned me on stream. Now we're just going to throw it in there. Some would call this tilt. I know I'm getting called. Apparently I made it easy. Ace queen, yeah. Seems about right. Run it 3 times? Nah, we run it once. Need the board to pair. And we have not a lot of outs. We lose. And we should be reloaded. We're in for a full 200 more. We're down $827. Needed maximum pain. Probably gonna quit when I'm down 1,000, which is pretty close. Almost there. Yes. Didn't even realize we're 3-betting, but it's Sparty, so SM. We flop bottom pair. We're going to keep the pot small check. Hoping to turn a 5-6 for heart. Queen seems like a good card for us. I'm going to start with a call. River completes all draws, king jacks, all diamonds, and we fold. We show a 6. I wonder if he thinks he was bluffing there. It's really not great to turn that hand into a bluff. Because you have a pair finally, you know? How much are we down? Now we're not counting the $200 that we got. We're down $876. $124 more dollars, and we have reached 1,000. Crispy's math checks out. Math checks out. Don't question a man with the 21 VPIP. He knows why his VPIP's 21. It's like the Chappelle show. You know where you got those clothes, and it damn sure wasn't the women's department. Men's department. Yeah. Butchered that, sorry. We've reloaded again for the 100th time. 6-2 off. We will find a fold for that. Down 876. Yeah, I mean, Crispy is making some creamy points. Dylan now can't get stacked as he's the big stack at the table. Had the bankroll up to 3,300. Gonna finish this session around 2,300. Some talk of blind stealing here. I don't see why we can't see this flop. SMD, certainly with the limp re-raise. Nobody saw that coming. Obviously, if everyone else folds, we would have called, but would have been fruitless either way. As I think this will be, they're deep enough where this shouldn't just be an all-in, but maybe. See, I think SMD, he might have some mess around. Crispy, less messing around. It's like, you know what? If I'm sticking money in the pot, you're probably toast. You have tens? Tens might be all right. Can't check here twice with a good hand. This should be a value bet with any type of pair. Take a stab. He doesn't want you to take a stab. He wants you to check. Crispy, any of your pairs. Oh, you've got to be betting here, buddy. This is a bad river for you, Crisp. Now, when he insta-checks, it's not a bad river. Yeah. Both ace-kings. That does make a little bit of sense. However, we don't bet that river is just... Come on. What game are we playing? One of you two has to bet that river. So he says, I knew it was either 10-10 or ace-king. SMD with the soul read. You call a jam on the flop? The back and forth in this game is unlike anything we've seen in a long time. This is for real dollars, which is impressive. We have 6-9 suited. We do like when the 6 is on the left a little better, but nonetheless, we'll play. Not really priced in, though. Such strategy at this table. That's why I love it. We're done with this hand, so we're reloading again, because we do a lot of reloading. Because we are the fish. Black? No, we're not betting. $884. Crispy again, just wide enough. There means there are few hands that beat me. Yes. Pocket queens, ace jack. Uh-oh. How to lose $900 in 45 minutes. Something in between a normal free bet and a large free bet. Just gets absolutely called here. We're just going to bet and bomb the turn without any real plan. Now we have a pair of aces. We call the all-in. And we quit. Yeah, Sparty. Little kid games down the street. Go from being down 900 to down 700. Feels good. It's just such strategy in these games. These guys are playing a different game than I am, I can tell you that. I'm just more of like clicking buttons, but these guys are just out here strategizing. He randomizes. There's randomizations going on SoPo. What is happening? Seriously. Little kids walking out on the street. Better not touch my flowers. One of those kids started beating my flower with a stick a couple weeks ago. I yelled, scared the bejesus out of them. But I can hear they're bad little kids. They get off the bus around this time every day. Just cause nothing but problems. More strategy. Yes, LOL's strategy. Welcome to SoPo. Sorry I had to go yell at the neighborhood kids, make sure they weren't beating my flower or my tree out front. Nothing missed. Would have flopped 2 pair here. Big blind, Jack 6, going to be a fold to this knit bag loser tails with this 5% pre-flop raise. Nice hand tails. Hope it was a monster. 6-9 the way we like it. No one wants to play. How about raise a few hands and get some action? Start with the 1/4. Quickly call. See what happens here on the turn. Nice hand tails. Oh, you had 2 pair? Never saw that coming. Let's see, Dylan with a 49. I'm sticking at 48. This will be getting 3-bet if Dylan opens. Gotta start. We do flop the flushest of draws. Really hope we don't get raised here. We shall. One for the good guys. On to the next hand. Storms brewing. SMD, you are not wrong. Flop middle pair. Keep the pot small. And we're going to call this river. Chop it up. Nice answer. So cheers. Celebratory. Poop being flung at SMD seems somewhat unreasonable. Yes. SMD does make it 60 and takes it down. A little bit on the aggressive side. Raised by Dylan, we're going to 3-bet. See if we can get this heads up, or if Crispy once again will figure it out. Looks like he's not able to do it there, but Sparty obviously has put $2 in, so putting in 25 seems super reasonable. If he leads here, I'm just gonna like shove it down his throat. Let's bet $24, 1/3. Looking to pick up a spade or any type of straight draw. Interesting turn card. We didn't get this far, so we're just going to fire away. As we are at bottom of range, something we certainly did to ourselves. And we'll show. Nice hand. Folded the winner there, did you, Sparty? Maybe some defecation your way. Yes. Down $900 in the first half an hour. Now only down $622. But when you add in the $200 bonus from stacking Dylan, down $400. It almost feels like we're winning, boys. The tides are turning. We're bobbing and weaving. Small pot here. Seems like friendly fire. Top trips. Top full house. Seems like a good hand to have. Three-four off. Captain Cam, I forgot, was in the game. Rightfully so. 52, 49. Limping under the gun, we're going to pop it up to $10. Get 2 callers here. We flop a gut shot. We are going to play this one pretty aggressive whenever you flop. A gut shot with 4 high. And we'll show. We show a lot of bluffs, as we do a lot of bluffing. V-pip up to 50. Dylan, 51. Would like to beat Dylan in a V-pip battle. Not going to be this hand. I don't play 9-4 off. That's ridiculous. Dylan's able to raise the pip. Oh, stack Sparty here, Dylan. Please. Okay, Sparty. Six, 7. Ah, you made me laugh. That gets a cheers. Well done. And we raise and take it. One of the better hands we've had other than the aces today. Ace queen a couple times. Queen 4. This does feel like a cold 4-bet situation. Sparty's essentially never going with this. And we flop top pair. We will be checking this back. Turn's going to need a little protection as the flush draw comes in. do here? We bet at a small size so that we might get called. And we get snapped. And we lose with top pair. How is this ever possible? Never saw that coming. Oh, value better. Nice hand. Now this is just pure anger. Pure anger and tilt after the last hand. How do we flop top pair there and get a bunch of checks and lose? How is that possible? Queen 9 certainly in the 3-betting range if we're betting a lot of these other 3-bet hands. This one's going to be sized up. Sparty's in the big blind, so that's a $27 hand. Shocker. And we're 3 ways to the flop, where we flop. No pair. This one's certainly not good for us, so we're going to check this one back, hoping to turn 8s. Aces are a good card. Clubs, 9s, queens. Now we're going to go ahead and bet. And guys, we've come this far. Now we're trying to fold out. 7s, hands like that. So I think we have to be all in here. We'll get hurt if we get called. I think we'll be down a full 1,000. Let me show. We show a big bluff, but guess what? It wasn't a bluff because Dylan had 4 deuce. Give the man props for getting in there. I was about to check jam. Good thing I didn't leave him any space. Not English. We flop nut flush draw. Seems like a good hand to put in our check back range. We turn the flush. We're going to allow him to continue to bluff. Don't want a heart to come out here. Seems like a good card. King would have been a bad one. He goes with the overbet. We find the raise. A massive raise. And Dylan folds. The Queen 5. Guess he can't really call there. We have swung all over the place. We were all in, would have been down over $1,000. Now we're down just under 6. 291 if you count the bonus. The bounty on Mr. Dylan. This is going to get limp raised a fair amount here by SMD. He'll know I don't have anything because I would have raised Dylan, yeah. But $14 is not going to get it done. No, sir, it will not. Now you're going to be in trouble because, well, that flop's not going to get you in trouble. We're not going to have aces and. Yeah. Jack 9 blocks all boats. Mr. Poker Flops Dylan. 3 pairs. More heads up against the biggest fish on the site, other than Repentance, who seems to have gone away. Honestly, one would have to wonder if Nebraska has inadvertently gotten rid of sweepstakes models, and we fold because we don't believe he has very many bluffs at all. Sadly, Dylan is gone. I will be playing to my big blind, which I was kind of planning on doing anyway. I'm going to isolate Mr. Sparty, but Tails is not going to let us. Captain Cam in a hand. What happened? Check, check, white flag, Cam's in a hand. Whoa! Turner got shot. Would feel good about a king on the, or a 10 on the river. So now we start going with the overbets. Don't think Sparty will have very many good hands here. And we show. Nice hand. Good lay down, sir. Down 600. Minus the 2. Solid $400 losing session. The peak was $900 now. Hopefully pull some good reels off of here. Some shorter hands. Wow. $10-4. One more hand after this, and I'll be done. Certainly slowing down. This might be the longest stream I've done yet. Just above an hour. Sitting out. Just kidding. Missed it. Now we're kind of forced to play a few more hands, at least our button. 4-5 suited. Raise up by Mr. Cam. Hasn't done a lot of that in this game. Have maintained a 53 VPIP. Pretty proud of that. We'll be defending this. Someone's phone died. Don't know how your phone died and you're still able to text. We're going to check and call this with a couple of backdoors and a pair. Don't think he should have a lot of flush draws here. Feels kind of bluffy, but he's really passive, so we're going to let this one go. And when they don't show the bluff, you feel pretty good about that. Birds flying above. Thank you, birds. Hope you eat whatever you're looking for. Small sizing. Monotone flop. Tails has found a lot of raises in these spots today. I mean, yeah. He just has too many raises, actually. Should have a bunch of calls there. Turn a pair. Definitely good to call one more with our 9 high flush draw. Two pair aces and 9s. depending on his sizing here, we could consider calling. Somewhat polarized to flushes and full houses here at this point. He checks, and we find a win. Tails, making a move. Do you have the King of Hearts there, Tails? 6-9. Playable hand on the button with these two behind me. Captain Passive and Passive E. And we get 3-bet. We're just not going to pay off the nits to the 3-bets today. You can't play 70 hands and raise under 10% to get action. I'm sorry, I just won't do it. But we do get one of our favorite hands, back-to-back hands. And we are going to be sitting out after this hand, or intending to. This one's going to get called just out of pure anger, and it's the last hand that we have. Or we flop ace high. Shouldn't be good very often. He bombs. We sit out. Let's go over our numbers. Found $623. Feels good. Thanks for stopping by, guys.